Carmel Fisher. Welcome to another segment of the Sequire Spotlight. I'm your host, as well as the VP of Platform Services of Sequire, Shrax, and we're highlighting Rogue Station Everdime today with the OTC ticker RGST. With me, I've got CEO Sandor Miklos. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks for having me.
Wonderful. We're excited to hear more about what Rogue Station Everdime does. So please give us a brief overview just to start.
Sure, I'm very excited to tell you more about it. We are a software as a service focusing on blockchain. So you can call us blockchain as a service. But what we provide is a sequence or a number of bridging technology solutions. The overall goal is to lower the barriers to entry first to crypto, NFTs, and then with the end result of lowering the barriers into entry to Metaverse. So we provide a number of connected and connective apps, and we're all non-custodial. So we provide blockchain services, and we're non-custodial.
We see that you have, of course, developed technologies and a suite of applications that provide infrastructure for this generation of fan tokens and NFTs. Please, can you share more about the associated blockchains that support these smart contracts?
Absolutely. Well, we started a couple of years ago. We focused on Solana, EOS, Ethereum blockchains. We felt that will make the biggest impact on, say, NFTs, on blockchain and blockchain adoption in general. Bitcoin, as you know, is a store of value. So we through our applications, we provide a means for individuals to keep that and hold it, but we focus on the other blockchains.
Thank you. Now, we know that NFTs can be bought on centralized and decentralized marketplaces. What's your go-forward strategy to really infiltrate the decentralized marketplace?
Well, that's a really good question. Thank you. Our strategy really is to provide a means to pull in images from potentially other decentralized platforms and also centralized platforms, and provide the means for individuals to choosing and purchasing. Now, we ourselves will not hold these NFTs. We'll just provide a means or a gateway for our customers to access these NFTs elsewhere.
Wonderful. So a little bit more about you, please, Mr. Sandor Miklos.
Okay.
Hungarian-based, as we know, but what brings you to this industry, this sector? What are you most passionate about?
Well, that's a really good question. I participated in, I go back years ago as a stockbroker, but I participated in managing money during the big up move where there's just early adoption of the internet, let's say, and technologies. So I recognize that same potential in blockchain technologies currently. So we identified this a few years ago. We started, Simon and I, my co-founder and good friend, we started knitting together technology all in-house with the objective of taking it and combining it and finding a public company that we could present it to investors and individuals to enable them to invest in this novel technology. So my background is really in, I did some programming in university, I developed a black box model in trading index options and that was about the time right before index options were popular. So that was my first entry into technology. Later on, I managed money for institutions and several big names in the hedge fund industry. I stepped out on my own. I was fortunate enough to have invested in these technology companies I described. And so I left the investment business, managing others' money, to manage my own, to look for opportunities, in some cases invest in them as a silent investor. In other cases, it'd be a hands-on approach. And that's been my gig for the last number of years.
Wonderful. And the NFT space is definitely a fast moving and very exciting area of growth at the moment. What do you foresee Rogue Station's strengths being compared to
Oh,
competitors?
we're quite a different company. We've seen a large number of companies. Either the management has great skills in administration, perhaps in the securities market, some in technology, but we haven't seen too many where the team has actually a combined experience in equities, in admin, in blockchain, in technology, and we bring that all together into this package. So that would be that's what excites me, and that's what our strengths are. I can go through, like, for example, my friend and co-director is Grant McKenzie. Grant runs the largest private bank in Canada. He's the CEO of it. That's his full-time job. They manage approximately $12.5 billion. So he brings in financial experience in addition to mine. And Simon has been in the technology space. He has a master's in physics and maths. So that combination of physics and maths gives us a different objective, different view of this metaverse and the technology and how to put things together to get here. So then helping us with that are developers that we've identified who have exceptional skill. Now you have to understand, to identify these developers, you have to have knowledge and skill, because what we've seen in this game is there's a lot of talk, but as far as coming back and knowing and being able to do what they say they can do, there are very few of them. So we've put that team together and we're moving that forward. Now, as you know, markets have collapsed, but that presents us a huge opportunity in NFT space, in identifying other opportunities and working with other teams or acquiring other teams or other technologies. So that's what's been my focus, in addition to running our team. Simon is working on some exciting new products.
Excellent. So we'll dive right into those, because we see that recently you acquired show homes as well as intellectual property. What can you tell us about that and why the pivot, if anything?
It's not really a pivot. What we've done is we've acquired a marketing basket of technologies, and it's built on similar programming languages that we use. So it's very easy for us to understand it, to know it, to dig through the technologies. But what we bring to the table is this connectivity, bringing blockchain and crypto potentially into this real estate marketing space. So we've already connected a wallet to it. But imagine a real estate space where you could rent out or buy property, rent first, by paying with crypto or seeking crypto as payment, or rewarding others for promoting your property if you're a real estate agent, and rewarding them with tokens. And that could be all interactive within this wallet that we've created, which is that first step. So while we haven't integrated it fully, we believe it's a great acquisition for us. We've already had other companies approach us wanting to work together with us on this real estate space. But at this point, we have a number of other applications that we have to complete before we feel comfortable in putting it all together.
Wonderful. So it's just another use case of the recently launched Everdime wallet. Where can we see that coming into play? Where can we find the Everdime wallet?
Well, the Everdime wallet is now, it's a very cool mobile application, both in Apple and Android or Google Play stores. What makes it very interesting is because it is a wallet app, but we've created it in such a fashion that we will be bringing in other pieces to it, or taking it and moving it into other applications that we created. So what makes it exciting is that, first of all, we are working on an onboarding mechanism to enable individuals to actually bring fiat or regular or US dollars to purchase crypto using our app, and not only purchase crypto, but hold crypto, and then in turn view NFTs and be able to purchase NFTs all in one app. Step after that, we're developing a mechanism to really provide a decentralized finance opportunity for individuals. So connect fiat currency, cryptocurrency, a self-custodial method, but not corporate custodial. So they'll have their own wallet with their own assets and be able to move that around however they choose. And the last step is the very exciting step, is take their NFTs that they choose, pull them into the Metaverse, display them, play with them, do whatever they choose to do, and bring them back out, or create NFTs in the Metaverse. So we're providing this lockstep mechanism to get to the Metaverse back. And like, for example, it's so exciting. I just saw Nike, or you probably saw this, Nike has a store in Roblox, so basically in a Metaverse type world, and they had 21 million visitors to that in these times. So you know that's going to be the next massive market, and we want to be there when things will turn. Crypto individuals will realize, again, we're in the middle of a major fear kind of environment where everyone's afraid of crypto now, but that too will end.
Definite forward momentum within the metaverse space, and what you're saying is that you're really on the forefront of being a part of this. It's expansive growth expected. Given everything you've just said about having the wallet available, this customization from what I understand, and a lot more that can be built on that, what is the perceived benefit or advantage for investors out there in terms of the stock?
Oh, really good question. So it's a couple of real excellent benefits, and that is they have a means of investing in our company and participating in this huge opportune novel technology, knowing that they don't have to manage which cryptocurrency they'll buy. They have a team that's looking after them. And the second is that the most important is, that peace of mind, knowing that they can check the price, they could look at our reporting quarterly, see what we're up to, and it's transparent. Whereas many, nowadays in cryptocurrencies, in some cases, it's very difficult to get information. Certainly there's a lot of hype, but not necessarily transparency.
So of course, it sounds like a lot of wonderful and exciting things coming up for our Rogue Station Everdime, but like anything, there's always two sides to the coin. What challenges do you currently face, and how do you foresee strategizing around those solutions?
That again is a really good question. The difficulty we find is getting good quality individuals who understand and know this space. Probably 30% of my time is spent on that, really understanding what people know or don't know. And it takes a long time to get through it. So identifying quality developers, finance, whichever arena you want to look at, and finding those to work with us. That's number one. The second difficult thing is that, of course, we have to work very hard. I've got 5 or 6 different hats. Simon's got 5 or 6 different hats. And we're fortunate that we have a very low burn. This isn't our first gig, so we're not dependent on massive salaries, and our team understands that. But at some point, we're going to have to go out and hire individuals that are very expensive. So I see that as a challenge. We have to make sure we raise money and we have enough revenue to look after that part. And the third part is that we don't hit a major recession wouldn't worry us, but a major collapse of some part of this financial system where that would interrupt our either being able to hire people to continue working on this project with the attention that we need to. I see that a very low probability, but we always have to consider that. So probably the first one would be the most difficult one, which is finding the right people.
Finding the right educated people within this field. Absolutely. It's such a new phenomenon, I want to call it, because it's really interesting how we can monetize, the everyday person's creativity, really. And so I see a LinkedIn learning course coming here from you. Look into those. I find them extremely useful. Nonetheless, I think this is an exciting space, and I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more. What else would you like our viewers to know? Perhaps 3 key takeaways from this interview.
Well, if I'd like to just add what you said about learning, we've got an app coming on, and we call it the eSkill app, which is built on parts of the wallet. But what it does in effect, and I'll give you one example. I have a good friend, a very successful physician, very brilliant. But yet he came to me and said, okay, what do you do? And as soon as I said blockchain, he just went blank. He says, no, I want to invest, but I don't know how. Can you tell me? I said, I don't have enough time to teach you. So gives you an idea that there's a huge demand for that knowledge. So basically, with that in mind, we've got an app coming out. We'll call it eSkill. And this app will provide individuals access to about 1,800 various cryptocurrencies with a list of, how to find more information and a whole pile of stuff on the positives and benefits of each. But the huge benefit to everyone will be they could trade these on a simulated, basically trading mechanism without risking a penny. But at the same time, have the means to follow the market. But we've even had very successful traders come to us and say, yeah, I know about the top 10 cryptos, but what about the mid-tier that really where the money's made? There isn't much, we don't know where to buy it. So this access 1,800, they can look up information, they keep track of whichever currency they pick. And we'll provide them a competitive mechanism. So there'll be a leaderboard, they'll earn rewards for learning. So, and from there, we'll take them to we'll move them on to the next step. So that is, the perfect segue for that. And the second key takeaway would be to watch the subsequent releases of applications that we have coming on the market. The third one is use this as an opportunity. I don't know if this is the bottom of the markets. If it isn't, it soon will be. I look at this, and there's a very good chart that shows that crypto adoption, blockchain adoption right now is about where the internet was in 1998. And you know what happened between 1998 and now. So I anticipate that there'll be probably 2 billion blockchain users in 5 years. And today there may be 250 million. So incredible. Those are the things.
Seriously incredible. In terms of regulation, laws, all of these things, as is typical when there's a new excitement around something absolutely fresh like this NFT space, how firstly, tell us more about where regulation stands as far as you know, of course, and then what impacts your business and what are you looking forward to, I guess, as laws are being created and the space is being more configured to work for the wider communities?
Well, to us, regulation is really beneficial. So far, there have been a number of stories, as you know, with cryptocurrencies and fraud surrounding them. So as regulation comes in, that will level the playing field. But in our business, because we're non-custodial, we have to make sure that for example, if we use an onboarding mechanism to bring fiat into crypto on an application, it is within a jurisdiction that is allowed, and we have proper licensing. So that's what we're looking for right now, a licensed company that can provide the back end to us. And we've talked to a couple of onboarding basically mechanism or systems that will provide that for us. As far as, for example, if and when we raise money using tokens, will be to accredited investors, so with the proper exemption. So we make sure that each step that we do complies with the, especially the SEC rules.
Wonderful. We just, again, have to watch the markets. And I will just say for our viewers out there, the best time to get entrenched in something new is when it's starting and as it's happening, as we all trying to figure things out, because the further along we go, seeing the absolutely accelerated growth of technology and every other space we see and find ourselves a part of, the best way to keep up is just to simply keep up in the day-to-day. So good luck to you guys, and thank you so much for being with me, Sandor. This was a great discussion with Rogue Station Everdime CEO, and the tick on the OTC markets soon seeing a name change is RGST. Stay tuned for more.
Thank you very much.